We did already do a commentary on this video, but we weren't exactly happy with it, so we plan to redo it. And we did skip his intro because I'm pretty sure you've all already heard it.
And to be honest, do you really want to see him just showing off?
Yeah.
The Simpsons video game. Just one frame from this game is enough to make any hardcore Simpsons fan foam at the mouth.
Not really. It looks more of decent. You know, the graphics are okay, I guess.
And it's nothing special.
And for good reason, because it looks like a pretty damn good game.
Again, it's only decent.
Is that all that matters to you, the looks of the game?
Yeah.
And I think this might be the first game ever to poke fun at themselves.
No, the Metal Gear Solid games have done that before.
The Simpsons game. This is so weird. The only Simpsons game I can think of is the one where we all pretend Dad isn't an alcoholic.
Pretty cool. Now, when I heard they were going to do a new Simpsons game, I was ecstatic. I knew this was a game I just had to play. I mean, Simpson is even my middle name. Well, not really, but it should be, because I'm a huge fan of the show.
Well, that didn't really make much sense because if that's the case, then my name should be Dwayne Kratos Death because I'm a huge fan of God of War.
To date, I still feel the best Simpsons game has to be the arcade classic, The Simpsons, because this was video game greatness at its best. 4-player co-op, fighting in the Simpsons universe, it was quite the opposite from the 3 spectacular pieces of...
I never played the arcade version.
I did. It was essentially a side-scroller beat-em-up. X-Men.
shit Simpson games made for the NES. But we'll save those for a later review.
Again, I never played them.
The new game starts off with a really neat cartoon cinematic of Homer in the Land of Chocolate, which is loosely based off a 1-minute cutaway gag from the show. Now, for all you hardcore Simpsons fans out there, you'll probably be quick to notice that the original Land of Chocolate song is absent from this game. Yeah, bummer.
So?
Does that change anything?
Not really.
But I guess it's not really needed anyway.
I guess.
If it's not needed, why comment on it?
Just something he was throwing out there, I guess.
But after the scene ends, you'll be able to explore this cool landscape as long as you follow the white chocolate rabbit.
Wait, if you're set on a locked path, how are you exploring anything?
If anything, that makes you restricted.
Yeah.
Now let me first point out to you that the graphics in this game are fantastic. And it
Decent.
For the time.
really gives you that cartoon cel-shaded feel that's very close to the show. Now there are some downsides to this game, and being the irate gamer that I am, I'm going to exploit them for all they're worth.
Please, enlighten us.
First off, the camera positioning is terrible in many spots of this game.
I'll give you that one.
That one. Not two.
But, it's like that in the console versions. If you played the PSP one, which I have, I don't really have a problem with the camera. It's more of the controls I have a problem with in the PSP one, but I haven't played the DS one.
Especially during the tasks you have to perform to advance further in the level. Whenever I accidentally jump into the chocolate river below,
He jumped in there on purpose.
That wasn't no accident.
it's always caused by these bad camera angles not clearly giving me a proper depth of field.
Try using the right analog stick. It allows you to control the camera.
Pretty useful.
You really have no idea if you're going to make it across a large chasm until the last second.
Just thought I'd drop in.
But aside from that, this is a really cool game, and I don't really see any major problems with it. Well, other than the fact that Sideshow Mel has to be a security guard at the museum.
How is that a negative? I'm just asking.
If anything, you can tell with this game, they went out of their way to use characters from the show. Isn't that a good thing?
I guess.
Wow, that guy just does not get paid enough. Me personally, I blame Krusty. Now, aside from dying a few times due to this camera angle
He walked right into the river of chocolate.
problem, I still managed to pass the level with no problem at all. Aside from trying to figure out how to solve various puzzles along the way, younger kids will find this enjoyable as well, since it's not as hard as a game like, say, Ghosts and Goblins.
You're comparing, he's reviewing it for the PS2, you're comparing a PS2 game to an NES game.
Pretty unfair to me.
That game was released in 2007, I believe. Ghosts and Goblins was released in 1986.
Yeah, I know I already reviewed this game, but it's one I just can't let go. Why in God's name is this so fucking hard?
That's what made it awesome.
Holy fucking shit! Anyway, what really makes this game shine is seeing all the characters from the show crammed into each level. The more characters, the better, I always say.
I guess, but a lot of them really didn't have much relevancy to the plot.
Half of them were there for one mission, then just gone.
Yeah, Chief Wiggums, I think, was only there for like a mission. Like for the ending of the first mission or so.
He didn't do much.
Stay focused.
Now, the coolest feature by far has to be the option to roam around the Simpsons house.
I guess that is a good feature, but not the best in the game.
That doesn't make the game either.
Just in case you've never exactly mapped this house out in your mind, you'll actually be able to see how it all fits together once you pass the Land of Chocolate stage. And the details are amazing. Unfortunately, the only places you won't be able to get into are Maggie's room and the basement. Now, currently at this time, I only managed to get up to level 3. So
Then why are you reviewing it if you haven't even beat it yet? Or at least got to one of the last stages?
When me and Dwayne Death played this game, Tom and Dwayne Death, wasn't it at least like 16 stages?
There were 16 in total.
And yeah, and my math's not perfect, but 3 isn't half of 16.
I'd like to explore the cool levels that lie ahead, like the itchy and scratchy Grand Theft Auto level and the EverQuest level. But I'm sure they're all...
Okay, the itchy level, that was decent until we got tired of the music. That got really irritating, didn't it?
Yeah, that slow music after you clean everything up.
all equally entertaining to play. So all in all, it's a pretty good game. So good job, EA. Excellent.
More of decent. Is there really anything more we can say about this review?
I got nothing.
Well, let me give you a few hints if you're gonna plan to become a game reviewer. Play through more than just a few levels of the game, for one, and for two, try to make it a little bit longer than just a few minutes, and show a little bit more of the game, and maybe go into a little bit better depth of it, and don't compare it to a game that came years before it. Any closing statements?
None that I can think of. So long.
Alright, bye. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And
Stay tuned for my review.
right.
Well, one thing I forgot to mention. I at one point planned to review the game on the Wii called Super Smash Bros. Brawl.